Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for your one-stop shop of buying or selling coins and solo grinding services. Use code Zirksee at checkout for 10% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be talking about training points and kind of how training points been a ginormous scam this year. Now, I have to say, I never really thought about how many coins I was putting into training points all year until a fellow YouTuber, Actual CC, you guys probably know him, made a video going over how many coins he spent on training. So I decided to go through, look at how many coins I've spent on training, and then I did a little bit of research and kind of looked at the market, how training has kind of changed everything, and how training points is actually like a ginormous scam. So first off, I want to say, training points value has definitely changed a lot throughout the year. I don't even remember how much it was. It was definitely like 50, 60, maybe even higher coins per training point at the beginning of the year. Now, it's around 25 coins per training point. Now, obviously, I can't remember exactly how much training was going for when I bought all of these cards, but I decided to calculate all the cards in my item miner, as well as the amount of training that I actually have right now, and the amount that I spent on Sprinter on my team. So I did not calculate, first off, any cards that I may have unpowered up throughout the year, which I'm not even sure how many that has been. Probably a decent amount of training I put into there. Also, I didn't calculate for any special chemistries, like Truck Specialist, Out of the Way, Playmaker, all these. That's just a lot more. And then, of course, like the power, the pass rush, the zone run, I didn't calculate any of that as well. But from what I did calculate and how much training I've actually spent, and it's actually a lot more than this, as of right now, like I did say, it's currently at about 25 coins per training point. So I calculated it using that, and it's probably even more than this. So I dare you guys to go ahead, calculate it, and let me know down below how much you guys have spent on training points. So, first off, I have to say, it honestly came as a very big surprise to me that I even had this many coins to spend. But this year, on cards from my item miner, I have spent 7.5 million coins on training points. Now that includes powering the cards up, Sprinter that I've put on any cards, as well as limited time cards. So like Randy Moss cost me a good amount of training points to get him instead of having to buy his card off the auction block. Amari Cooper, a lot of cards I use training points on instead of having to buy their limited time card. So any limited time card I have on my team, I definitely did not buy them with coins. I bought them with training points, a little bit cheaper. Deion Jones, all those players. Not only that, I also have 48,000 training points sitting up there. That is about 1.2 million coins, which means if I bought all of my training points throughout the year, and honestly, there's even more players that I didn't calculate with this, I have easily spent, I want to say, anywhere from 12 to maybe 16 million coins. It can honestly be even more than that given the fact that I didn't calculate any red chems. So it honestly might even be closer to 20 million coins. That also doesn't even add up all the times that I've done a gameplay with a card, bought the card, bought some chemistries, bought the elite chems, and that cost me like another 1,000 training per gameplay. So there's a lot of coins to be spent on training. Now, I do have to say, that part alone, right, powering up all these cards with training, getting Sprinter, that's awesome. You know, they get +1s, the Sprinter's really cool and all. There's also John Madden to take into effect here. How much I spent on John Madden, that's a lot of training as well. But then I started to actually look into it. How much has training points actually changed the auction house, and how many coins have you really spent? Is it even worth it? In my opinion, absolutely not. Here's the reason why. I think the only players you should really use training points on, in my personal opinion, are cards you are guaranteed to keep all year long. And even then, is it even worth it? Now, say you got rid of, let's say Damon Harrison here, right? So say I didn't want to pick up this Damon Harrison anymore. I would have to unpower him up, and this is something that I noticed too, which is pretty comical. If you unpower up any player, look at this. It costs you, right, you only get 5 training for doing this. But when you go to unpower them up from tier 12, you lose coins. I believe it's like 5,000 coins, maybe even higher than that. When you unpower them up from their final tier, you lose coins. If I empowered up all my team, I would lose like 250k. No, actually way more than that. I would lose a lot more than that. Yeah, like 250k, 300k, somewhere around there if I powered up my entire team. Because basically everyone is powered up. So, you lose a lot of coins if you were to power up your team to sell them for something if you expect like a market crash. Then, taking a look at the pass rush chem, right? So this one right here was 75 training. You get 2 training back if you refund it from when you unpower them. You can't refund this. And it also costs you 50 coins to remove a chemistry. That's freaking stupid. Taking a look at Sprinter. Sprinter cost me 1,000 training on this Damon Harrison. There's some players I have with 2,500 training on them, which is 2 speed and 1 excel because I have it fully cammed out. That's cool. You know, it's whatever. My biggest complaint with power-ups themselves is the red chems. You do get no training back at all for empowering them. The same thing with Sprinter. You don't get anything back. So if you spend 1,000 Sprinter on Damon Harrison, you unpower him up, you lose that 1,000 training. You don't get the Sprinter chem back. And then out of the way in Skier Tackler costs 900 training. Out of the way costs 600. That's 1,500 training that I just spent. And really 2,500 training that I just spent on this Damon Harrison, which I'm never going to see again. You only get half of the training that you spent on Damon Harrison through his power-ups. The chemistries, they're gone. You don't get any of those coins back. Now, say I bought the training for 25 per, that's about 62,000 coins that I just lost out on Damon Harrison because I put a red chem on him and I will not be receiving any of those training points back. That to me is absolutely insane. And I can't tell you how many players have unpowered up throughout the year and I haven't gotten any of my training back. It has to be probably close to 1 million coins worth of red chems that I spent and not received anything back from them. Not to mention the fact that because you're actually, and this is just a whole entire thing, because of the fact that we are actually going out there and buying training. Right now, there's only, like, literally 2 ways to get training. First off, if you win a Super Bowl, right? Well, actually, there's a couple different ways. If you win a Super Bowl, your first Super Bowl, you get 5,000 training points. That is awesome. I feel like EA needs to add more of that. Every Super Bowl, we should get some training points or add it in somewhere. Weekend League, anything. The daily quick sale, right? You literally get like 1,000 coins worth of training every single day. That's not a lot. You get like 25, 50 training, whatever. It's cool. Besides that, you have to buy the cards off the auction block or buy the weekly booster pack, which gives you like 400 training for $5. That's stupid. But when you buy the cards off the auction block, think about this. Not only are we actually buying the card because the price is actually going to stay at a certain price range because of the fact it has a training point value, that is keeping cards kind of higher. But when you actually buy a card off the auction block and you quick sell for training, you just raise the price on that card because you just bought a card and took it completely off of the market and raised the price of that specific card. Overall, my only real problems with training, the big issue honestly is the fact that you don't get any training back for your Sprinter, the physical chems, the elite chems like Truck Specialist, Out of My Way, all that. You don't get any training back, which I think is really stupid. Now given, yes, we know what we're doing when we put it in there. We know we're not going to get it back, but it's pretty ridiculous that you get none back. You only get half the training back when you unpower up a card. And another big thing is, like I said before, when you unpower up a card, if it's fully powered up, you actually lose some coins. It costs like 5,000 coins to unpowered up. That is pretty freaking ridiculous. Now, I have to say, if they wanted to make it a little bit better, the best way I could say to do this, and honestly I wouldn't have a problem with it, if there was another way to get training in the game besides just buying them or winning your first Super Bowl. Besides your first Super Bowl, you get no other way to get training except for spending $5 in a weekly booster pack, the daily quick sales, which you really are never going to get anything good at all. The max you get, I think, is like 250, which is like nothing. And then, of course, buying them off the auction block, which in terms of like you buying a card off the auction block, that then turns around and makes the price of that card go up and makes the value go up because you just bought them. So now their prices go up because they're off the market. So to me, what they need to do is add in training points to either Mud Draft Champions, Weekend League, head-to-head, some other way for us to go ahead and get training. Because right now, there's like nothing. Even solo battles probably still needs it. And I think they might have like some daily solo challenges still. You can go in and get like 25, 50 training for whatever. But again, that's like absolutely nothing. So that's my problem with Sprinter. Let me know, or Sprinter, with training. Let me know down below, how many coins have you guys spent on training, or in general, how much is your team worth right now in terms of training points? And yeah, I'm honestly curious to see how many you guys have spent. I know I've spent a lot, probably close to 20 million coins. worth of training, maybe 15 million coins worth of training. I don't know. Some people probably haven't even beat there because honestly, I haven't spent a ton. There are some players in my team I don't even have fully powered up, like Todd Gurley. I don't have powered up because he's super expensive. Kyle Fuller, I'm not going to use any training points on him. Jamal Adams, Kyle Juszczyk, I did, but I didn't power him up. So there's still thousands more that I could have spent on training, and there's a lot more that I will continue to spend on training, like players like Aaron Donald, who will probably get Defensive Player of the Year, get a limited time card, and I'm sure I'll end up picking that up with training points. But I just really hope they do add in another way to get some training, and in my opinion, I feel like training points is probably like a ginormous scam with the fact you only get half of it back, costs you coins to do, and you lose a ton of training on the red chems, on the sprinter, and on the scheme chems. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know down below how many coins you guys have spent. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.